What's up, YouTube? Still day 3, Suboxon withdrawal. I'm bored out of my mind. It's pouring rain out, and I thought maybe there was a few things that I didn't touch on in my first video, or I don't know. I feel like it didn't sit right about my speech on methadone. Listen, this is just my personal experience. This is just what I'm feeling or my opinion, but it's not, I'm no better than anybody else by any means. But I want people to know um, heroin was the shortest amount of time that at all the drugs, I might have done heroin for maybe 3 months. This prescription drug thing is very real. I can sit here and tell you that I haven't used an illegal substance in 7 or 8 years. Once I went on methadone, I didn't fuck around. I definitely took Xanax, benzodiazepines. I'm not going to lie about that, but not off the street from a doctor. I'm not saying it's good, especially not with methadone. There was definitely some kind of high I was seeking, but 5 years later, 5.5, 6 years later, being on this Suboxone, I ain't touched a street drug. This is what we're going up against now in 2012, going into 13. Like these prescription drugs, the readily available, able to go to a doctor and say your back hurts and have them give you some kind of opiate-based medication and tell you that that's the wonder drug. Specifically, the manufacturers of OxyContin. It's opiates, and it's synthetic heroin, and don't let anybody fool you into thinking that you're if you're not doing OxyContin and you're doing those blues, that that you're somehow better than the person that's doing a bag of dope. I never injected heroin, but my father is a lifetime heroin addict, and I think I just always had more respect for the needle than the average bear. But don't sit on a high horse and act like, because you're not doing bags of dope, or because, you don't sniff pills, you swallow them. This shit affects every type of walk of life, and you're not better than anybody. Don't fool yourself. I hate that. I really do. Somebody does a line of coke, but somebody's smoking crack, and the crackhead's an asshole. It's ugly shit. The drug life is ugly shit. I've got this huge feeling like I just, being 30 years old and reflecting on my life in the last couple of years, it's just like I just want to reach one kid, one teenager. I had a bad home life. I know that's why I went to the streets. And there's other ways to handle shit. And trust me, I got to deal with shit that happened when I was 15 now, because I spent the last 15 years trying to push it down with drugs. You can run, but you can't hide. Deal with your shit. Just don't touch this shit. It's a death sentence. You're not going to get out unscathed, and you're going to lose a lot of your life. My saving grace is my daughter. Luckily for me, along with the rest of my family, they don't know. They think that I went off methadone years and years ago, and, I'm cured. My daughter is the reason I wake up every morning. She's the reason that I do what I do, how I make it through school, all of that. But I know a lot of girls that, that didn't do it for them. Their kids didn't do it for them. And you got all these motherless babies and their mothers strung out. I'm in Jersey. I know it's everywhere else. If you think that you can pack up and move and you're not, it's going to be better, think again. Because if you haven't changed shit on the inside, and you're going to go right to the people that you're comfortable with, and those are going to be dope fiends. I would just like to save one person from the bullshit. If it's, one kid out there that hears what I'm saying, stay clean. If you're on shit, man, get away from it as fast as possible. I promise you, a couple days of real bad, not feeling good, it ain't shit. Do it. Get away from it. It's going to rob you of your life. It's going to take all the joy out of life. And you're worth more than that. And use your life to your potential. Go to school. Join sports. Maybe if I had done that, I wouldn't have been running with the crowds I was at 12 years old. It's not cool. There's nothing glamorous about this fucking lifestyle. I'm 30. I've buried 7 people in the last 2 years. Like I said, I haven't done street drugs in years and years and years. I lost my cousin, my first cousin, one of my best friends, and definitely my run-in partner. OD'd. He's gone. He was 28 years old. He's dead. My first boyfriend that I was ever had, he's dead. One of my best friends that I grew up on the streets with, he's dead. His girlfriend's dead. You don't see a lot of old junkies, man. It just don't happen. And the rest of them that are still fucking around all got hepatitis C. It's making them sick, and nothing good can come out of this shit. Whatever it is that you're running from, man, it's only going to get worse. So, I don't know. Maybe this is stupid, but I feel almost like compelled. Learn from others' mistakes. Save yourself some bullshit, really. All right, that's all I got.